Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be testing around 30 pieces of computer hardware and even some computers. Now, one of the computers is this, and one of the computer, accessories slash hardware is this, and of course, another computer. And I would consider this a computer because this is, well, the main part of a computer. So stuff like this. Now, I think first of all, is to start off with this little Raspberry Pi computer here. And let's get this out of the way too. Actually, I should be able to test this keyboard with this Raspberry Pi too. So this is a Raspberry Pi 3. My dad bought 2 of them for me and my brother. We didn't use them, unfortunately. But anyways, let's get this thing hooked up. And I need a VGA cable for the HDMI adapter. So here it is. Alright. And a mouse. Actually, let's plug in this audio cable. Then a mouse. Alright, it's all hooked up. Now I need a power cable. This micro USB cable should be good and sufficient. I'll plug it to my thing here. Now this doesn't have an SD card in it, so I'm not exactly sure if it will display anything. I have to see. No signal. So I think this needs an SD card in order for it to work. So yeah, let's just disconnect all these cables. And I'm gonna leave this keyboard here. I'm gonna disconnect this VGA adapter. Disconnect this. And this Raspberry Pi just fell down. Okay, it's fine. Now, the next piece will be this. And I'm not sure exactly what it is. It looks like some sort of Raspberry Pi, but I'm not exactly sure. It's got this like board on it, and it uses micro USB for power on both boards, or I don't know. Let me go get my micro USB cable, and it's right here. So let me just plug this in too. Alright, we've got some sort of power. Can't connect a video cable, unfortunately, because it uses mini HDMI, not normal HDMI. So, can't use that right now. Or can't test that fully. But I do have this BlackBerry here. Now, it uses micro USB. And looks to be charging. And power cable. Alright. So it's loading something. So it comes with this thing for like a clip to clip onto your pants or shirt. But let's just put that to the side. Come back to it later. And what else? So, Palm Pilot. Palm 3 from 3Com, and it uses 2 AAA batteries. And actually, I might test this later. So, what's next? I think it's going to be a Dell Dimension. So here's this Dell Dimension computer here. So this is a Dell Dimension 4700. Let's take a look on the inside. Now, looks like, and there's no hard drive in it, but it looks to be complete. It has a Pentium 4 processor in it, and it's designed for Windows XP. So I think it's about time to plug this thing in and hook it up to a monitor. And I just put it down here on the floor. Connect all these cables. So this has PS2 ports, so I won't need an adapter. So mouse and video. And I'll connect up this compact keyboard. Actually, I won't, because it doesn't have an operating system for USB, and the BIOS doesn't support USB devices. So. And computer is working. So just test these optical drives here. All of the drives seem to be working. And no bootable device, but it's working, and that's cool. Now, so this computer is working, and I have an HP Pavilion desktop. So let me just move this keyboard out of the way, and here it is. So I just take off the side cover, and as you can see, it's been ransacked by previous owner. It's missing the whole hard drive bracket and stuff. But yeah, so let's just plug in some of these cables back into the motherboard. This fan. So optical drive is still plugged in, and all of that is plugged in. Okay, so this computer's plugged in, and oh look, this BlackBerry is working. So I'll figure out how to use that later, but it's sort of like a PDA device, I guess, but no stylus. Yeah, no stylus. It's buttons only. Not sure how that works, but I'll figure it out later. Let's just test this computer. And I'll take a look at the front after I put this side cover on. Now this is the front here. So you have your media, ports, compact flash and stuff. You have power, have your optical drive. There's a optical drive in there, but no optical drive in here. Yeah, this button is not hard. It's hard to press. You have to push it in there a lot in order for it to click. And we got a door, so it goes up and down like this. And have this wireless mouse thing. And Beats Audio, we have Beats Audio, and just USB, plain USB, not much. And down here we just have the HP logo. So let's test it by plugging it in. And we have no PS2 port, so let's plug into. So I'm going to use this USB adapter that I have here. So I'm going to plug in all of the cables. audio. And this, okay, I'm not going to test this right now because it only has DVI on it. Yeah, only DVI ports. So this will have to be saved for another time when I have the correct monitor. But I have some computer hardware to test, and I have a computer to test this hardware, and it's a Dell Optiplex. So this is it. It's the Dell Optiplex GXA, and I'm going to be using this to test a bunch of my computer hardware, like this processor. This is a Intel Celeron. So I think this is going to be the first one I'm going to test. So let's open up this cover here. And here's the inside. Processor is right here. This computer has an Intel Pentium 2 at the moment. So I'm gonna remove this cover here if I can. I'm not exactly sure how this cover's supposed to work. Okay, so I don't know how this cover is supposed to work, but weird. Don't know how this cover works or how it's supposed to come off. It looks like something blocking it. Okay, it's out. So just needed some fiddling around. But there's our Pentium 2 processor here. You can pull it out. Okay. So I think this, all right. So I've removed 2 clips. Alright, so the CPU is out. Let's install this CPU. And alright, it's in. And this fan for it has no place to plug in, but that's fine. There's already another fan here. Actually, I'm just gonna unplug it so I can plug this fan in just to test it. And it has a proprietary port, never mind. So I need to plug this fan back in. Now test it. So I'm gonna move this desk a little bit so I can put these use these cables or reroute them, I should say, up onto my desk. So I have sound. So I have Dell speakers. All right, let's get the keyboard. And then mouse. And video. Let's get this video connector plugged in. I'm going to move this keyboard up here. And then finally, power. Alright, so I'm going to keep the camera on this CPU. And nothing. So I'm guessing it doesn't work, or maybe it's just not compatible. So I think it's just not compatible with this computer, but I have a Pentium 2 CPU card. You know, it's just another Pentium 2. So this Celeron here, I don't think is compatible with this computer. But I have this Pentium 2. Yep, Pentium 2 right here. So I'm gonna try this one. So, all right, let's try it. And I forgot to unplug the computer. So, it's not working. Okay. So, I'm guessing this CPU isn't compatible with this computer either. So, I'm just gonna pull this CPU out. So, I'm guessing the CPUs are not compatible. I have another computer I'm going to try this on later. So, that's the original card right there. And I'm going to plug in power. Now, yep, now it's working. So they're just incompatible, unfortunately. So can't use this to test other CPUs. Alright. So that's in there securely. But I do have more hardware to test, like a SCSI cable. Because if you haven't seen already, there's a SCSI card in here, although not being used. So this is a SCSI cable from a Power Mac, but this SCSI cable, I don't know where it's from. So it's untested, so I'm going to test it. So there we go. I'm going to unplug this hard drive. And that power cable is too hard to unplug. So I have the SCSI cable plugged in, and I have a Quantum hard drive, SCSI hard drive here, from an Apple computer that has Windows 95 on it. So gonna plug that in real quick, and I'm gonna remove this hard drive bracket so I can have more room. got my iFixit screwdriver here. So I can lift this up and out. Disconnecting power cable, and it's the SCSI cable. There we go. There we go. And gonna put this hard drive upside down. So let's see if this SCSI cable works. And hopefully it does. So it's gonna look for an IDE hard drive, which obviously there's none. So it's found the hard drive, I think. So I'm gonna press F1. So media. Yeah, so I think the hard drive's plugged in incorrectly. Let me just plug it in the other way real quick. Alright. So gonna look for an IDE hard drive. I'm gonna skip to the part where it goes to the SCSI controller. So it's at the SCSI controller part, and let's strike F1. So, okay. Maybe this side is plugged in the wrong way. Because I know this hard drive is working. So, okay. Alright, so the cable looks to be plugged in correctly. Alright. So the SCSI cable looks to be working just fine. Since it's booting into Windows 95. So SCSI cable looks to be working. I have some other components here, like this optical drive from an eMachines computer. So it looks to be just a normal eMachines optical drive, which is interesting. Came from an eMachines computer. So, I have some CDs to test. Yeah, I have some CDs. Some of them designed for Windows 7, so I'm going to have a Windows 7 computer over here, but I have some of these to test. So, let's open this optical drive. Now this is Monarch, and I'm not sure what it is. So, disc looks to be in okay shape. It looks like it's a burned CD. So let me just open this DVD drive here. So this is designed, this Monarch thing here is designed for Windows 95, 98, and Windows NT. So let's just check it out here. So Monarch. So it looks to be working. I'm gonna install it on the original hard drive. So it's just... Alright, installing Monarch. So this disk looks to be working. Just exit out of here. And it's gonna shut down. So this Monarch disk looks to be working. The SCSI cable looks to be working, which is great. So I'm gonna keep this SCSI cable in here to replace that other SCSI cable. So I'm gonna get the hard drive bracket here reinstalled with its IDE cable and stuff. So just get everything aligned here and install it. So it's secure. Let's turn it back on. And let's test these other discs. This disc here is Virus Scan 2. So McAfee Virus Scan. We have Adaptec Easy CD Creator V8, so version 8, and we have McAfee Antivirus for Windows 4.x for Windows 90. 4 point something, so it's the 4th version of whatever this antivirus does. Well, it's an antivirus, but it's designed for Windows 95 and Windows 98. It's an update disk, okay? And we have Training Ghost, and it says it's bootable. So I'm gonna test this later. And we just have Backpack CD rewriter, so just some driver disks and stuff. So while that operating system is booting up, I'm going to show you guys some more computer accessories, like this Sony optical drive, which is weird because it has a proprietary cable. So yeah, proprietary connector. I have some other weird cards here. So here's an ISA card with a game port looking thing on it, maybe a network port. Some sort of audio card. Yeah, looks like that. I have a Real Magic DVD Sigma Designs card. So looks like it could be a video output or video input card. Have some audio CD audio port things here. This one's actually broken, so it's not gonna work. This cable here. So I'm gonna be testing these later. I'm gonna disconnect this cable because I don't need that anymore. So I'm going to test this. That's fine. I'm gonna test this Virus Scan 4.02. There's 2 discs. So this is an OEM version, actually. Now, didn't notice that at first, but there's 2 discs in here. And actually, I put the second disc in there. That was in another thing. Whatever. So here's a install Virus Scan. There's a French version. No. So, next. Let's just install this McAfee antivirus. I have some graphics card thing here, and well, it's a graphics card and a network card, which is from 3Com, some sort of long card, PCI, whatever it is, extended PCI, I don't know what it is. So here's a what is it, AGP graphics card. So it's a NVIDIA Quadro 4. So we need a emergency disk wizard. So I'm going to. Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna get a blank floppy disk. So because this setup wizard requires it, I have the disk. So I'm just gonna insert it into this floppy drive, and okay, so that's formatting, and I have another motherboard besides the other motherboard I showed at the beginning of the video. It's a Dell motherboard with a very bent heat sink, but this was thrown out along with that motherboard. So I'm not sure what this motherboard belongs to or what model it is, so it's got a cover on the back. But I'm gonna be testing this too with a Dell power supply from another computer. So that's that. I have some 5 1/4 inch floppy drives here that I'm gonna be testing. So here's this one. They look pretty different. And got some other stuff here, like this SATA thing here. Not sure what that's about, or what this is for, but looks like just an external SATA port. Not sure why someone would need this. I guess maybe for an industrial or business, but I'm gonna remove this tie here. So I don't think, yeah, so this is for external SATA devices. So yep, it doesn't work. Does it? No, it doesn't work. So I'm not sure if that'll work. Maybe the computer will detect it. I'm gonna need a desktop computer that has SATA on it. So copy system files. Alright, so missing one thing. So what else do I have here? I have some Dell accessories here, like this floppy drive that's been smashed in. Don't think that'll work. I hope it works, because then I can just bend it back and have a working floppy drive for a Dell computer. So I have some optical, I have some Dell floppy drives here, actually. So this one here is missing the release mechanism, but this one still has it, so it's this little button that you push, but they look about the same. Not sure why this one is missing it. Maybe someone salvaged it for parts. But I might use a Windows XP computer for some of these pieces of hardware because Windows XP has better support for some of these things. And Windows Vista, I'm going to use Windows Vista for some of the PCMCIA cards. And I have some cards in these bags here. So I'm going to take a look at one of these. So these are in anti-static bags. Here's a ATI AGP graphics card. And what else? Got a network card here. Has some sort of like capacitor thing on it. I don't know. I don't know what that is. So, okay. Everything looks good so far with this computer. There we go. There we go. And here's a multimedia card of some sort. So I have an HP multimedia PC that came with one of these. So I think the back actually kind of looks cool. It's sort of got like a brick design here. Feels cool and looks cool. So I'm gonna put this card back in here. So I think I'm gonna use Windows XP for most of this card testing. And I have some other weird cards here. But I have some IBM ThinkPad, actually, are they IBM? I don't know. But I have some ThinkPad accessories here. Yeah, they're IBM ThinkPad accessories. So these are IDE hard drive caddies, external caddies. And there we go. I have this optical drive in a bag for a Lenovo ThinkPad. So it's in this neat little bag here. Not sure if this is new or not, but it certainly looks unused. I've got more of these caddies here. So this one's for a Lenovo one. This one's for a ThinkPad. Actually, this one's for a SATA hard drive. So that's interesting. And I would not like to read the latest information about this thing. So I'm gonna take out this floppy drive. And alright, I'm gonna test this floppy drive in this floppy disk in this floppy drive. So yeah, so it's not going in all the way because it's all bent up. So this floppy drive I don't think will work. So I have some. Actually, I think I have the controller card for that Sony CD-ROM. Yeah, right here. So this is the cable. I think this is the cable for that Sony CD. Yeah. So it plugs in. It fits. So this is the cable. I just need to find the right driver for this, and it has some audio thing on it, but yeah, it's this is I got the complete set for it. So this one also needs power from the floppy drive cable. So, but I have the complete set. Did not know that. So let me get some other cards here. So I have another network card. It's a PCI card, nothing interesting. But these other cards I have here are more interesting. I just have a modem over there, which is worthless. And let me just enter. So I have this printer port, serial port, or mouse port card here. And I have another network card. And I have a video card. So it's an S3 on video card. I wish my parents' old Windows 98 PC was still working, because that would have been great to test it on. But let's test more CDs. So this virus thing here is working, which is nice. And this Adaptec CD thing, test that later. I actually want to test this bootable thing. Where is it? So there's some bootable CDR. So we'll plop it in here. Alright, so I'm gonna restart this computer. Alright. So I hope this it's able to boot to the CD, otherwise I'll use a Windows XP computer. Or I should say a computer with a newer BIOS. So I'm gonna wait for this computer to boot into either Windows or the CD, so I'll be right back. So the computer's booting into the disk, and it's just a Norton recovery thing, so it's just some sort of hard drive checker. I don't know, you just press the restart button. So this disk works. A lot less interesting than I thought. So boring CD, just a Norton recovery disk. So yeah, that's boring. All of the other discs here aren't really that interesting. But I'm gonna test is there an AGP port? No. So I'm gonna test some of these ISA or 8-bit cards here. So what I'm going to do is unplug power, and this thing comes up. I'm gonna remove this SCSI cable. I'm gonna take this out, and let's unscrew this SCSI card. Just to remove this. That was more rough than I expected. So let's install this 8-bit card. It's not going in. So, okay. And here's this game port thing that I'm going to install later. So let me just put this card in. I'm not going to screw it in or anything. So there we go. Let's plug in power. And no smoke, no anything. So since the SCSI card is gone, there should be no waiting for the SCSI card to detect something. Nothing in the optical trace, I don't think so. So it should be able to boot into it now. The hard drive. Well, I guess I'll just have to wait until it starts booting into the hard drive. So, it's not working for some odd reason. Maybe it's 8-bit card I put in here, but it's not working, so I'm gonna take it out. So, it's just a sound card. But I'm gonna try another 8-bit card to see if that will make a difference. So, there it is. Get it in there. Alright. It's not totally in there. Alright, so there we go. Let's turn it back on. I've got the game port thingy card in there and PCI network card. There's already one in there, so I'll just remove that and put this card in here, in there, whatever. So I hope this works. Is this thing just not compatible with 8-bit cards? It's kind of hard to believe, honestly. So, same problem as last time. So, I'm gonna plug in another card just to see, because all right. Okay, so that's in there. So maybe I'll have to. Alright. So I've unplugged power. Maybe that was a power issue. And I hope this works. So, same problem as last time. It's a little bit weird. So I'm gonna remove these cards, just all of them. So power. Did that Norton bootable disk break the computer? Let me see. Because if it did, I will be very not happy. Yeah, same problem. Don't tell me that this stupid bootable disk broke the computer. So what is it doing, honestly? So there's still files on the hard drive, it's just not booting to the hard drive. What is it? Is it? It's scanning the hard drive. I think it's scanning the hard drive. So the sounds that this hard drive is making is kind of concerning. Did this hard drive just die on video? Or did the CD cause it? I don't know. I'll just skip to when this thing is done. So the disk had a read error, the optical disk. So now it's rebooting. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen next. And it looks like we have the same problem. So I'm gonna try putting the SCSI card back into this computer. So let me go find that. Where is it? Alright, so I have the SCSI card. I'm gonna turn off this computer. I'm gonna remove this thing and put SCSI card back inside. And screw. I need the screw. Alright. Just align everything. So SCSI card is back inside the computer. And the hard drive is obviously detected because, well, the disk was able to, you know. So I think the hard disk is fine, but something on it has gotten corrupt and it's causing it not to be able to boot. So who knows? Let's just see if this SCSI card helps. So alright. Okay. And nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. So, is there something wrong with my hard drive, or is there something wrong with something else? There's no disk in the optical drive. Let me try and enter the BIOS. Control Alt Enter. Alright. Okay. So I'll be back once I enter the setup. Okay, so I got this F1 thing that I didn't get before. Okay, but it didn't enter the BIOS. But I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna enter the BIOS this time. I just want to see if it'll boot. Okay, so everything I tried didn't work. So I'm in the BIOS now, and the hard drive is there, and I'm not sure what it means by -1. Now, what is it? Tab? No. Alright, so, okay. So, I don't know what it means by negative. Maybe that's just how it's supposed to be. And I don't know. So, Alt-P. So, everything here looks good. So, everything looks normal. Escape for exit. So, it's not booting up, which means I can't test all of my other vintage hardware I've acquired within the past few weeks. I might have to reinstall the operating system, which I mean isn't the worst because it's, from my experience, it's not actually wiping everything and installing a fresh copy. It says just install a new operating system, so I think it might need that. So, could be a future video idea, don't know, but I think I'll just move on to some of the other hardware, like the motherboard and stuff. So, I think I'll do that. So, I'm just going to get the SCSI cable and plug it in. So, actually, no, never mind. Okay, so let me go get my an appropriate computer to test the other hardware. But first, let's test the motherboards. So, let me just put this cover on. Alright. Just put this computer on the ground. And the motherboard. So it needs a Pentium 3 processor, I think. Well, I'm not sure if I have one somewhere. I'll just skip the motherboard. So, what else do I have? Oh yeah, I have those CMCIA cards. So let me go get a computer to test those, and I'll be back. So I have a computer, Windows Vista computer, to test the PCMCIA cards. So it's booting up. Okay. So I have this generic looking wireless card. Not sure if it requires a driver, but let me just turn up this brightness. I think that's the max brightness. Let me type in my password here. All right. Let's move some of this computer accessories out of the way. All right. So I have one PCMCIA card slot. Just one. At least I think it's one. No, it's not. So this computer doesn't have one. That's great. That's so great. So this computer doesn't have one. So all that effort was pulling this out of my closet was for nothing. Let me go get another computer. Alright, so I have another Windows Vista computer. Dell Latitude E5500 or E5500. And it actually has a PCMCIA card slot. PCMCIA card slot, so can finally test my PC card slots, or PC cards, I should say. Alright, so while it's booting up here, okay, that was just a friend. So there goes the card. Now password is 1234. All right, so this card is detected. It's great. So that's cool. That's cool. Locate driver. So it's a generic product, so I'm not sure if Microsoft will have it. I have another card right here, actually. Let me just see if I have any more PCMCIA cards, which looks like I do not. So I have an Ethernet card here to see if I have the driver for, and this thing does not have any drivers for it, so let me just eject this card. So very generic looking card. So actually it looks like there would have been a sticker that went here, but who knows. So there we go. Locate and install driver. And I have some weird adapters here. And so, no drivers. Okay. Well, I'll find a driver for that online. And so this thing does not have a SD card slot. So I think it's about time I try some of these other discs with this laptop. So I have this Adaptec card. Okay. Oh. So okay, I think I need a Windows XP computer for this. But I know that this disc works. And actually, I've wanted to test this for the whole video. This compact keyboard. So let's just plug it in. Alright, so not working yet. Just installing the driver. This is a really nice keyboard, by the way. I like it. It sounds great, feels great, very tactile. Just needs a good clean, honestly. So works great. So let me go to note. So let me test. This keyboard is good. Okay, yes. It works. And it works pretty well, actually. Don't save. So that's about it for this video. I can't test any of the other hardware at the moment because, well, the Dell computer is broken and I'm too lazy to pull out all of the other computers because it's just not easy to carry them around. So I think this is going to be it for this video. I'll test some of the other hardware in another video at some point. But I think this is going to be it for this video. This video is already long enough, I assume. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.